Hey, I'm Hailey.
And I'm Jessi.
And you're listening to
Personality Hire, the podcast where there is nothing more embarrassing / humbling than having to run along a busy street after your dog who does not listen and does not have proper home training.
But also does have proper home training.
But no.
She went to college. She went to dog college. She went to training.
What are you talking about?
Rosette?
No. No. There's just nothing more embarrassing than your dog getting loose in some situation. You're running down the street after your dog on a busy part of town. People are like, is that your dog? And you're like, yeah, help. And then other people try to jump in and she dodges them. And then she darts in front of cars and they're almost hitting her and they're screech. Because yesterday,
that's so scary too.
I take my dog on a walk around the same park by my house, and she's squirrel obsessed. So we do have to use for her walks a pinch collar. I know that's controversial, but that's what we have to do.
Dog trainers,
we have to use pinch collars.
So it's okay.
This afternoon, aka yesterday, I get her out of the car. She sees a squirrel across the street, immediately lurches at it so hard that she snaps her collar in half. Snaps it in half. So then she's off to the races. I mean, she's up on the playground. She's up by the baseball fields. She's running in front of cars. There's truly, she almost caused 2 serious accidents. I'm not kidding. And I am just trying not to flip my shit. There are 2 sweet girls from the playground that tried to help me. And then I'm running as fast as I can, which by the way, I'm not that fast, I guess. Which is unfortunate because I used to think that I was, but I'm not that fast. I'm not that fast. And then Rosie, my dog, finally darts across the street again. And then this man sees that I am hauling ass behind her and Rosie's lead is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then he just calmly starts to kind of shift his body in her direction. And then he just magically catches her. And I am still at least 500 yards away from Rosie. And I mean, I'm having to. So he's having to hold her
yeah.
while I am.
She's like
hauling ass.
She thinks it's the game. You know what I mean?
Oh, like she's loving it.
Yeah,
but I mean, fun for her. I go to this park all the time. There's no way in hell that people who also go to this park all the time didn't see me and didn't go, "Oh my gosh,
that's the girl with
the girl with that dog."
Yeah.
It was wild. She wanted that squirrel so bad. And here's the thing. I'm like, once you get the squirrel, what are you going to do with it?
Kill it.
Yeah. On accident, probably. Yeah. But it was humiliating. But I mean, really embarrassing. Being embarrassed is not real. It's a choice. I wasn't really embarrassed necessarily, as I was just like, well, we're not going on a walk anymore. And I tied her back up and we went back to the car. And she seemed satisfied with the little laps she got to do.
That's so funny.
And I'm sure she ran for my life. And I felt like satisfied with my cardiovascular activity for the day.
Well, good. So
isn't that so rude that she did that to me?
Yeah.
And had me act a fool going, Rosie, come here, Rosie.
No, it's
she's
very embarrassing.
She's like, I don't hear.
No, it's very embarrassing. Also, dogs don't care. They're like kids. They don't care.
But she wanted that squirrel. She busted out of it Hulk Hogan style. And I couldn't believe it. I literally heard a
snap.
Ping! And then once she realized it took her about 3 seconds that she was free.
When he was running out of his braces.
She realized she was free about 3 seconds after the little collar broke. And then it was just...
It was off to the races.
Yeah. But anyway, just wanted to share that little humbling experience. I know, it's crazy.
It's humbling for sure.
How you doing?
I'm fine. I just shot an audition before this. So I'm like... Because the audition was emotional.
Emotionally depleted.
Emotional. The amount of trauma that happens to these people in a short amount of time is just insane. So I'm just feeling a little froggy because you have to do all that and cry. And then it's like, turn around.
And be yourself.
Down, boogie. But that's part of it.
Yeah. I don't think I mentioned this last week on the pod, but we took Scooby to her first concert last week.
Yes.
We took her to go see Charlie Puth. And if OGs remember...
We did talk about it, by the way.
We did. Okay. Got it. Aunt Hailey and I also went to go see Charlie Puth at the same venue that I took Scooby to go see him, and it was an amazing concert. We had like second row seats, and it was really, really good. And so we took Scooby. We wound up getting first row seats. Yeah. And it was amazing. The only thing that I felt so bad was that he announced at the beginning of the show, it was late, the show was late, and he announced at the beginning of the show he wasn't feeling well. He had food poisoning.
Oh no.
He still had a Band-Aid over his arm where obviously he got an IV, and he was not feeling good. But he did great, and he put on an excellent show.
He's a professional.
And the highlight of the night, aside from Chuckles Puth, was freaking T-Pain came out.
I think we did.
No, because
we didn't talk about it with T-Pain.
No, because I went last Wednesday and we recorded last Wednesday.
Oh my God, you guys, you missed this.
Baby girl, what's your name?
Vividly, maybe I just like imagined talking about it on the pod.
I think I've just talked about it
you guys,
ad nauseum now.
Well, you should. T-Pain, truly. T-Pain and Charles Puth, who knew? That was a collab that no one knew we needed. And now I'm going to need them on a collab together.
I also
ASAP.
I wanted to go see T-Pain last summer.
Yes.
And I couldn't get a crew together to go, but it's like he did a little medley of his hits. And I mean, the man has so many hits.
So many.
And the one, I mean, he did Bartender. Ooh, you're looking for me. Yeah. And the other one that Scooby really loved was where he's like, apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the flow. And then she likes during that song where he goes, turn around and give that big booty a smack. Hey. She loved that part.
Who doesn't?
I mean, it's great. He is also so talented. And
he is really talented.
He did some special dance moves. I was thrilled.
He was a fairy.
Yeah. He was a fairy.
That's like what I think of anytime I hear that sound. He was a fairy. I think of T-Pain spinning at Stagecoach last year. I think he came out in front of or with or before Sabrina Carpenter or something was it Stagecoach? Hello, that's the country one. Coachella is what I'm trying to say. But now I'm thinking maybe he went out at Stagecoach, and that's because he was wearing a country outfit.
I wouldn't put it past him. He will collaborate with anyone because he is a music lover.
Yes, is the way it should be.
I just want to put it out there though. I don't know if he's touring this summer, but if he is, I'd love to go see T-Pain. I would love to see him.
Shawty, I would love to get
also T-Pain. I would love to have you on this podcast.
T-Pain.
She hits the floor. Next thing you know,
Can't Believe It is one of my favorite songs from
Hit me with
T-Pain.
that one. What's that one?
She makes me feel so good. She makes the people say, yeah. Up in an log cabin somewhere in Aspen.
Yes.
Of course. Looking like a fly mamacita. Somewhere on the edge of Costa Rica. Put a little flower in her hair. Have her looking like a fly mamacita. Fuego. Because she looks so good. Makes you want to work here. Not about the champagne. You're going to get yourself hurt here. Okay, you guys don't need to hear me do that, but
free concerts,
free concertos.
Yeah, so that was great, but it's a T-Pain summer.
It's a T-Pain summer. Honestly, you know what's so funny is the other day we were in the car and J-Dog we were rolling to dinner and he put on this playlist on Spotify. And I only noticed it because it was on soft. We were talking, but it was on soft. And I looked at his screen to see what song was playing. And it was like a song I haven't heard in years. And I was like, what? This is random. Did you put this on? He goes, oh, I have it on this playlist I thought you'd like called Millennial Hope Core. And I was like, what? I was like so offended by the name that he thought I needed that in my life. I was like, he was like, no, I just like silly throwback songs I think you'd love. And T-Pain was obviously on that playlist. But as I was listening to that playlist, I was like, this is so good. And we were naming all the songs that we hadn't heard in forever. And then I was watching a little show that is very popular right now called Off Campus, which I think I spoke about before. And I said, and maybe I haven't said this on the pod. Maybe I just said
talked about it yet.
Okay, so
I know what it is, but I haven't watched any of it.
Okay, you would love it. It's just fun. What even Justin likes it because he's like, you know why I like this? It feels like an early 2000s rom-com show.
Yeah, that's my vibe.
Like it's like you can guess everything that's about to happen, but at the same time, you do know what's going to happen but you don't care that you know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because
like,
you're
it's almost
enjoying it. It's
comfortable,
just a fun watch.
But it's still like you still are emotionally invested. Like I've cried, I've laughed, I've like it's fun, but it's not the most like challenging piece of art I've ever seen either. Or like, and the actors are doing a good job because they're playing it the way the genre is supposed to be, which makes them look good. Does that make sense?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Like they're not trying to go too outside of the box for what the genre calls for.
Yes, they're just doing their job.
They're playing inside of the lines, but
and still being
fun.
talented.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you don't, I think sometimes actors can be in those shows, get away with being a bad actor, like doing bad acting. But because it can be cheesy. And I don't know if they think they're doing bad acting. I think they just like, it's cheesy. I'm going to let the words do their thing. Yeah. When really, like, it's still hard to get there, to do those things, because you're playing
Have
totally
you ever
different
seen
roles.
That movie with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez called like Geely or something like that? What was it called?
No.
Remember? And it got
Ben Affleck
roasted
and Jennifer
for being like
Lopez?
the worst, cheesiest, worst acting movie ever. Yes.
No, but I can't wait. It's called Geely?
Yeah, I want you and Justin to watch it.
Okay.
It's something
cheesy
like
stuff.
that. Damn, TBD, but I want you to watch it.
I bet we would like it because I was like, I need to watch something a little bit more happy, goofy, silly, especially last night in between like every commercial break or ad break, I would mute it and we'd go through my audition so I could learn my lines. Yeah. But he was like, I like this because it's the not challenging thing for your brain, like also what reality TV is for me, which is like, it's just a brain dump. Like I just get to watch and enjoy.
Yep.
But he doesn't like reality TV. And he's like, this I can get along with. Like I can watch this story. I feel like they've written good dialogue. The guys are all fun, but they play a lot of millennial music. And it's not like they're playing into being nostalgic. They're not playing on nostalgia.
Though, in a different time?
No, it's set now. And they just play like, it's like random songs that you're like, what? Like, or songs that came out 3 years ago that you're like, you can tell the show's not trying to play into.
They're not trying to win any awards, break any new. Yeah, they're just trying to have fun.
Yes. And it's so good.
I like it. That's great.
I think you would, I think you would really enjoy it.
I'm going to watch it.
It is like, it's cheesy in parts, but I've had so much fun watching it. And I think they've written, and it's also, I feel like a lot of YA things now play so hard on leaning in on political things, which can be just like exhausting at some point when they're like, no, we're going to have the person that like doesn't like pronouns and then the person that demands that their pronouns, and this is going to be a conversation. Like, and they just like, they drill and they talk about things like they discuss, trigger warning, sexual assault. And they just do it in a way that is so like, oh, this is like everybody's problem. They don't do it like, yeah, they don't hit the nail on the head.
They're not like seventh heavening it.
Yes. And they're not also making it unrealistic, but they're also writing the men to have to confront like, oh, you're not talking about your feelings and that's a problem because now your feelings are ruining everything. Mm-hmm. But they're not talking about it like, hey man, we should talk. Well, you know what I mean?
After school special.
No, yes. They're not doing that, but they're also not making it unrealistic where like guys wouldn't talk to each other. Mm-hmm. Like that. Yeah. So I just think they're doing such a good job with that, with making it fun and silly, but also like touches on some subjects.
I know that's right.
Yeah, touches on some subjects.
I know that's right.
I love touching on some. No, I don't. That's sexual assault. Trigger warning.
Well, not if we're touching on subjects, meaning we're verbally talking about things.
No. I'm not.
All right, good. Everybody go watch Off Campus if you haven't, and let's circle back here next week and let's discuss.
Let's do it.
I was going to tell you something about work, maybe. I can't remember. I've worked out a lot of days in a row this week, and I'm feeling very sore. I'm also feeling like I need to start my period because I can tell. It's one of those things where I can tell, like, I'll stop myself and being like, why am I feeling this way? Like, everything doesn't feel good today. And then I'm like, sister, really, really take a hard look at the calendar. And then I do. And then everything's
It's
revealed.
crazy because how many years have we gone through this and we are still like
every
period.
month.
Every month I'm like, what in the world?
I'm like, oh, what? Who am I?
How come every month I want to have a mental breakdown?
Yeah, I know.
Actually, I'm not asking myself that.
No.
But it does. It happens every month. And I'm like, also, yeah, it's just shocking. You just get shocked by all the feelings.
Hailey came over to my house last Friday because Matt, my husband, had his 40th birthday.
Happy B-Day,
I hope
Matt.
he's okay with me telling his age. But it obviously is a milestone. He doesn't look a day over 30.
Yes.
Obviously. But we had a party, invited all of his pals, and Aunt Hailey came over, and it was really fun. And we had a bartender, and that was really fun just to be at your own.
My besties
and like to
mushroom
be able
stamp and fadung.
Yes.
Shout out to
it's
my
true.
girls.
It's so true. But it's fun to be at your own house and to like walk up to another person and be like, could I please have a dirty martini? And then be like, of course.
Oh my gosh.
It's just fun,
yeah,
you know?
That was so nice.
It was like a regular.
We got to hang more.
Yeah. Cause I wasn't like, it takes a little bit of the pressure off hosting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I didn't have to make sure everybody had their own drink. Like they can go get it themselves. And that was just like the only special
and it's
touch.
not awkward for someone. Like sometimes it can be awkward at an event to like go take care of yourself. Like obviously the host doesn't have to do everything for you, but you can be like, oh, I feel shy to go do this.
Yeah.
When there's a bartender, you don't feel shy because you're like, oh, now I need to go utilize this thing.
Yes.
That they provided.
Yeah. And it was like a regular schmegular party. I mean, we had like food and stuff, but it wasn't like, whatever. But it just added like a little something extra. So anyway, that was really fun. And he made a mean dirty martini.
He did.
I might have had.
He was great.
Yeah, he was really nice. Might have had one too many. Well, but I still loved it. I stayed up extra late and I still woke up at the same time. And that's on being a mom.
That is on being a mom.
That's on being a mom. Oh, do you have anything else you wanted to say? Because I had another thought.
Oh, please.
No, but I didn't know if you wanted to say anything about the party.
Oh, no, I have no more words about the party. I had a blast. I had so much fun getting to see people that I feel like I hear about all the time and then never get to hang just because the situation isn't provided. Yeah. And it was a good opportunity to do that.
Have fun with friends.
Yeah, I loved it.
But I don't want to commandeer the conversation. So do you want to pivot to something that you're obviously about to say something?
Oh, I was just going to say, so you sent me to go get a facial a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Or I asked Jessi if I want to do any service because even if Jessi hasn't done the service, she's probably heard someone who has or done the research because she's thought about it at some point.
100%. I like a service.
Yes. And I will think about a service, but I won't go get into it. Like I won't go research it unless I really need that done. So I knew Jessi would know. So she sent me to a great place to go get a facial. And as y'all know, been going through it. So my skin has been going through it. I have not had skin like this since high school, as far as breakouts. And so I go and I'm like, hey, my mom died. I was trying not to cry. So, when you're like, you're going to say something that might make you cry. So you have to kind of say it in a weird voice or like you have to distort your natural, like, it's like, I don't think about it. It just happens.
You have to control your vocal cords so you don't you should make sure no one else hears you choking up. Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, she's like, so what are we looking for today? Like, and by the way, the receptionist asks you, and so does the esthetician who's going to do your service. So I decide, I'm like, oh, I probably don't need to tell the receptionist this, but I do probably need to tell the esthetician this because if she has any tips and tricks on how not to have your face go kerplunk when you are going through an emotional time. So I knew, like tell your doctors everything sort of thing. But I was thinking before I went in, I don't need to tell the receptionist. What do I do? The first thing she asks, so why are you here today? Black day. Like,
is that your Jamaican accent?
Yes. I'm like, what? Girl, we just talked about this in the car in our head. We're not going to do it. And she goes, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, is that you? And I was like, yeah. So I'm just breaking out. And, I also, I go to Pilates because I was like, immediately changed the subject. And I go, and one of my favorite things to not talk about is acting with people, because sometimes they want to ask me everything I've been in, and they pull up my IMDb and then they ask me about specific projects. And then they're like, why don't you call Tyler Perry and you could be a star?
Yeah, just call him up.
So sometimes I just like don't want to do that, but I've already said my mom's dead. So where do we go from here? So I go, my mom's dead, blah, blah, blah. I work out a lot, so maybe that's it. And I go, also, I'm on camera. And I was like, why'd you say that? So then she was like, well, why are you're on camera? And I go, yeah, I'm an actor. And I go, and I got a podcast. So then she's now pulling up my IMDb and our podcast, which great. So now she's subscribing. Hey sis, how you doing? This is not your fault. This is not your fault.
No, she looked great after her facial.
Honestly, I did this to you. But so then I'm like, yeah. And then I'm being weird because I'm now being shy because I've shown her these things. But because I'm in my own head and I'm telling myself, girl, shut your mouth. And then the esthetician walks out, this angel, and she goes, hi. And by the way, it's a light scent of Palo Santo.
I'm so sorry. You told all this to the receptionist? I thought we were telling all this to the esthetician.
Because I hadn't planned to.
So we haven't left the lobby yet.
No.
We did say all this.
I barely put my cheek on a seat.
We said all this to the receptionist.
From across the lobby.
Got it.
But also, she was asking me questions.
Sure.
So my bad if I'm a truther.
My bad if I'm engaging.
Wow. So so then the esthetician walks out and she's like, and the light scent of Palo Santo, there's, the binaural sounds.
Yes. In one ear, out the other. Yeah. Rattling through your, yep. And yes.
Yeah.
A didgeridoo. Didgeridoo pops up somewhere. Yeah.
So,
yep.
So all this is happening. Poof, the Palo Santo comes, at the top through the vents. And she goes, hi, Hailey, I'm so happy to meet you. And so I stand up and she goes, so follow me this way. Still not out of the lobby. And she goes, so what brings you in today? And I go, well, my mom died. Because now I'm like, don't cry. Well, my mom died. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I go, well, because I'm breaking out, and then I'm in the act. So I'm in my auditions. I was just like really distracting because and I know that's not the point, right? They're gonna hire me. It's not about my skin. They don't care about the pimples, and I can wear a pimple patch. It's whatever. And actually, have you ever tried the Star Patch pimple ones? The clear ones, I really like them. You can wear them, and as long as it's not right here, you can't really tell. Blah, blah, blah. But and then I'm gonna podcast, and I have to edit the clips, and you see all the and then my mom's dead, by the way.
And then you go into the room and she says, I'm going to give you a minute.
She literally
to get into this towel.
She said, I'm going to go shave my head. You sit down. Shut up. No, she's like, oh, wow. Okay. So you're stressed. And I'm like,
you're like,
oh, I could have just said that.
An abundance.
Wow, all that. I could have just said, I've been stressed out. And I had this whole talk in my vehicle prior. I had this whole talk in the lobby. I had chances. I had opportunities to change the narrative of this appointment, and I didn't. And guess what? She went hard on my facial. Good. And it was amazing. And she actually was so sweet and gave me a bunch of compliments. It was so nice. And I was worried because, you know, after a facial, you want the result to be immediate, but you know it's going to take like a week, if not more, to really see like the changes. And I'm just now starting to see the changes, but I can really tell when I'm putting on my makeup, and it just makes me so happy.
It's so funny to hear you say that, because after my mom died, I also really went hard on like treatment things. I would go to get facials and massages and like different whatever, because for whatever reason, human touch in a beauty way was helpful to me with my sadness. Yeah. And I think that a lot of people might be able to relate to that.
No, it helps so much.
One of the first times I went to go get a facial, I also word vomited on this woman about, you know, tell me about your concerns. Yeah. And I didn't tell her one skin concern, I was like, my mom just died. I know I'm uglier than before she was dead. You know, all these things like, and she was so unnecessarily kind to me about it. And I think that people that are in those positions, especially like people that do hair, whatever, they're used to people using them as therapy in some way.
Yeah.
And I think that that's why they probably like to provide for other people. They're giving, they're caring. But she also, I remember, was so kind to me and did really great facial. And while I was sitting underneath the red light thing, she gave me a foot massage.
She gave me a shoulder massage and a neck massage, which I really needed.
And then after the facial thing, she's like, just so you know, I don't normally do the foot massage for everybody.
That was so sweet.
It was so nice. But yeah, I think that grief can be
y'all,
like,
if you can give someone something like that, it really like is life-changing. That sounds dramatic, but it really is life-changing because you're trying to crawl out of your own skin at every second. I think, and when someone like takes care of you and just like makes you stop for a second, it just makes
the emotions more manageable in some way. Like when somebody's taking care of you, it makes your grief emotions feel less heavy because you're like, well, this is one thing I don't have to worry about today, like, or, you know, whatever. I don't know what it is, but I definitely felt like it was healing because it felt like my emotions had nowhere to go, and something about the other person moving my energy around, like literally moving my energy around, that it was so stagnant was helpful, because even like a massage or facial, like that's still another person using their energy to move your energy, you know? I don't know.
It's true. And I was thinking about this too, because I've been looking up like fascia release for my traps because I hold so much tension there. And I was thinking about, I was like, if I'm going to get, like one day if I get Botox, maybe I get Barbotox. Like I would get that before I would get Botox in my face, I think, in my traps, just because I have so much tension there. Honestly, guys, I need to figure out what's wrong with my shoulders. Anyway, I'm looking up fascia release. And when I was doing that, I was thinking about, I was like, you know, like all of that, the physical stuff right now feels so good to me. Like working out feels so good to me. And you always see this, like when someone's parents die or they go through something, they get like intense with something, you know, like whether it's working out, they try to focus their energy because it feels you're so out of control in all these other ways that, okay, I know that I don't feel taken care of in my brain because I can't fix this, the thing that happened. Like I can work on it, but today I can't fix it and it can never be fixed. But what can I do to take care of my body? Okay, I can work out. Okay, I did something good for me today. And like, it feels like such a release. Like even going to Pilates, I'm paying to do the workout. Someone's telling me what to do, but for 45 minutes, 50 minutes, someone's telling me what to do and I get to turn off my brain.
And the benefit
it's so amazing
is hours and hours after you do the exercise. I mean, the mental benefit is everything. Also, I apply this to myself. People say a tired dog is a good dog. And I'm always saying to myself, a tired Jessi is a good Jessi. Because if I'm tired because I've had physical exertion, my brain operates on a more realistic plane. And I don't spiral as much and I don't overthink as much. And that's all attributed to being physically active.
Yeah.
Because if you can wear your body out,
your brain can't.
Like it's harder to spiral, or it's harder to like cycle through the thoughts and ruminate. And I feel like that's also like a ADHD thing too.
It definitely is. Definitely.
But yeah, no, I'm glad you got a good facial. You really did get a good facial though. Your skin did look really nice. I know that there was maybe a purging happening, but your skin looked bright.
Glowy after.
Yes, you looked bright.
I feel like now it was a good reminder of like, girl, we got to do facials every, 6 weeks or something. But also with hair and stuff, it's just so expensive. It's just so expensive.
Yeah.
But it's really good. So maybe like, every couple of months, because it did change the texture of my skin like immediately.
The one thing I've been doing for the past few months that I've added to my high maintenance to be low maintenance routine is a lash lift. And it has changed like I used to take my fancy Shiseido, whatever you want to call it, eyelash curler and curl the absolute shit out of my eyelashes. And then I would use like a tubing mascara and it just didn't hold. I mean, I have really tiny stick straight eyelashes, but having a lash lift, I don't need to curl at all. They hold up, especially with mascara. I mean, like they're bright, they're open. I just feel like it's a small thing that really makes a big impact. Love it.
For sure.
Love
Anything that can make your like morning quicker is obviously iconic.
I've gotten some suggestions for eyelash serum, but I've always been hesitant to do it because they could change your eye color. And I asked the girl that just did my eyelash lift if that was true, and she said yes, that there is truth to that. And I was nervous. She's like, but here's 2 that I trust, so I think I'm going to give one a go. But
what are the 2 that she trusts?
Wrote them down, can't tell you off the top of my head, because they're both available on Amazon.
Back in the day, I did the Rodan and Fields one. Worked too good.
Were you flying? You're flying.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. But I only need to use it like a few times, and then it gets out of control. Like
you
right
already
now,
have long lashes, though. You would look.
I get insane looking. I look crazy.
No, your lash lift would go hard. Like you should do it.
I need to get a tint and lift.
You do.
I would thrive with a tint and lift.
You would.
Oh my gosh.
You would look like you had eyelash extensions.
I've gotten a lash lift and tint one time. Maybe I just got the tint. I don't know if I got the lift. I can't remember. But I remember it was so good that I just need to do it again.
Yeah, you do. You have great lashes for it. And if you have little stickies, I also think that it's great. You might not have as dramatic of results, but once you start putting on your mascara, you'll notice the difference.
Notice it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. She also does nano brows, which is a tattoo. It's not microblading, but it's little tiny nano strokes for your eyebrows. I'm totes getting that.
Okay, we've talked about this. I need something. My eyebrows, everybody has like a thing that they like about, I hope, that they like about themselves. And then they have their other things. Like, I have, in like Mean Girls, I have short nail beds or something, whatever she says. My breath stinks in the morning. Like, I have weird cuticles. Like, they're saying they're weird things. Mine is that my eyebrows are bald. They're all colored in. Don't look too hard because you'll see it, because I'm not good at it. I literally have bald spots, and I just need to be better about dyeing them too, because when I dye them, they do look a lot better. But the lash serum does not work on them. I even have eyebrow serum, which, by the way, it's the same thing.
Is it? Okay.
It is the same thing. It's just a different applicator. So hot tip, they're trying to scam us.
Scam.
They should just say, hey, this works for both. But they're like, let's do a whole new product.
For your face hairs.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing that freaks me out is some of them, I see people use their eyelash serum and then they start to get little hairs on their upper cheeks. I think that's if you're someone who maybe is prone to facial hair to begin with. However, I have seen I've seen in person it as well, and they look like little eyelash hairs on your face.
That is so disturbing.
Yep.
I did not know that happened.
It could happen to anyone.
I don't like it.
It could happen to anyone.
No, I don't like that at all.
Could happen to you, could happen to me, could happen to anyone at all.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yuck.
Yeah.
What has been, for summer thus far, what has been your favorite little beauty hot product or thing you've been doing for the summer? Because I feel like my routine, it gradually changes as winter ends and spring starts and summer, and then I'll, here and there I discover new products. So like, I feel like summer is always a big one for me for beauty, because I'm doing so much sun protection and then having to wash my face so much because of the sun protection and all that. So have you had a product as of late that you're just...
I've just gone back
10 toes down more.
No, I've pretty much have just gone back. I've stripped back my makeup routine to a most basic level.
Favorite. We can do that in the summer too. That's my favorite.
I've gotten
love
my makeup routine down to 7 minutes.
Yes,
I can do. That's beauty. 5 if I am not caring so much about what my face looks like. But I've said this before, Skin Medica, a tinted sunscreen. Mm-hmm. It's not foundation with sunscreen. It's not that it's not a moisturizer with sunscreen. Yeah. It is a tinted sunscreen. Yeah. So it is full bodied SPF, but with a tint to it. And I like it because it adapts sort of to your skin tone.
Yeah.
So I use that. I use blush on my cheeks and on my eyes. I use a little bronzer. I use some mascara, bada bing, bada boom.
And then you're done.
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
And I can do all that in
I love
like
it.
seven-ish minutes.
Yeah.
And sometimes, maybe I want to put on a little lip liner. Maybe I want to contour my nose. I don't know. But
give or take 7 minutes.
I mean, I feel
love
like that's pretty strong,
That is. I think every woman should get down a 5-minute, 7-minute, like just to make yourself look a little better. I will say the one thing, and this is going back to caring for yourself, like during grief, getting ready. And I've always told my friends who like work from home, and especially postpartum moms, I'm like, try to put something on, like whether it's lip gloss or whatever. It makes me feel so much better. But having a 7-minute routine really changes that game, because when you feel like you have no time or energy.
I think that my new job too as Pilates instructor lady has really helped me too. Like, not that it was bad. I go through phases of wearing makeup, and like, so I was going through a big phase this past year of like not wearing makeup. I would wear sunscreen and a little blush, and I would wear my eye makeup, like whatever. But now that I'm in front of different people, clients specifically, every day, I feel the need to have a presentable thing that requires just like a couple extra steps. But I like it. And I also think that it, like, to your point, sets you up for other things that could happen in your day. Like, you start to think about,
you feel
like,
more ready.
If this possibility popped up, I would jump on it because I'm ready.
Yeah.
Like whatever. And also too, when you're meeting with my job, like I'm meeting new people every single day now, like brand new people. And I want their first impression of me to be somebody who has a lash lift. That has a lash lift.
Yeah. Also,
and wears a lot of blush.
Which, if I see a girl with a lot of blush, I'm like, I trust you. By the way, one of my favorite things is like looking around in a Pilates class and like seeing what all the girls are doing. Like, what are the girls doing? What are we wearing? What are we, thinking? Because it's just, like just the girls being girls.
It's our club. It's our little like safe club.
It's so nice. I looked over at the girl next to me yesterday, and I know you complimented her
in the green set,
which
she looked great.
Yes, and she looked amazing. And I saw that she had the cutest water bottle, and I was like, "Is that a collab with?" It looked like it was a collab with either Boys Lie or Love Shack Fancy. And you're gonna be confused why I said those two brands, and they're very different, because Boys Lie has the little angel cherubs, and it had angel cherubs on it. But I thought Love Shack Fancy because it also had roses and hearts, and like it was light pink and blue, but that also could be Boys Lie. So I was like, I don't know.
What was it?
It was a Walla. It was just, I mean, I knew it was an Walla, but I thought it was a collab. But she was like, it was just their Valentine's Day edition. I was like, oh, missed that.
Yeah.
Suck. Yeah. But I just like to see what the girls are doing.
I love it.
I was looking at her stack. Oh, that's another thing I do. I look at people's jewelry during Pilates.
Yeah.
I do every time. I'm always looking at the baddies.
I love a woman who wears a shit ton of jewelry in her cute set and does the workout hardcore in all of her jewels.
Yep.
Like, she is like, no, these jewels are part of me. I have on 5 necklaces. They're layered. I have on tons of bracelets. My ring, my pinky ring, and my thumb ring, they're
also,
not coming off.
Queen, because first of all, you look great.
You do look great.
Second of all, this tells me you invested in those pieces. And so these pieces are nice because they're not going to tarnish, because you're not messing around with that, because you stacked them so intentionally. I can tell.
And in your mind,
great.
you're like, I'm not going to invest in something if I can't wear it all the time.
Yes.
And I'm going to wear it all the
which
time.
Which makes you cool, because
that's right.
You know what cool girls do? Wear their stuff.
So true. It took me a long time to come around to that, but
yeah,
stop waiting for the right special occasion to wear your shit.
I still
put on your bodysuit.
I still like battle with that sometimes. I'm like, oh, don't put that on, because and then I'm like, no, girl,
put it on your body. Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah. Also taking things to the tailor. I've stopped being such sorry, I'm hiccuping. I've stopped being such a baby about that. I just go now, because I will get stuff that is so cool from either consignment shops or on eBay or Poshmark, like really nice stuff that I'm like, oh, this would be perfect if I just got just a little bit taken off here. And I'm like, no, that's just, that's going to cost, $25, $30. And then I got to wait for it. And I just get lazy about it. But then if I actually do it, I wear it more.
Yeah. I'm looking right now for the perfect white tank, because
tell me when you find it.
I find that and I know that we're living in like a cropped era, and I have no issues with cropped things.
Yeah.
But I find that every tank top it's like too loose and too long, and I want it to be fitted, and I want it to hit right at my top of my jeans or whatever I'm wearing, and I want it to be fitted to my waist, and I want it to be not skin tight, but I want it to look tailored, but I want it to be a cotton material, and maybe I want it to be ribbed.
And I don't always so I love using little boys tanks, like that's what I'm wearing right now. This is a Children's Place size medium little boys, which I should have gotten a large, but I have a short torso, so I also have that problem with either it's too long or too short. With these, I love them, but they're so sheer. I wish I had an option that was thicker.
I have the best tank I have is, and don't come for me when I say this, like we're all different, everyone's built different, but the best tank top I have is from the little girls Target section.
Wait, I love this. And I've not thought about going in the little girls section.
It is the best fitting tank top that I have. Again, don't come for me. They've got a lot of different sizes there. Maybe you should try.
Come for you?
Because people, I think, have a connotation of like shopping in the little girls section could mean something about your body. That's all I'm going to say. But that is the best fitting tank top that I have. And I love it. It's perfect. And I'm also to the point now where if I find a tank in the right texture,
you better get several.
Or I'm gonna take it and get it hemmed up and be like, hem up this cotton tank top.
Again, that's what I'm saying, like taking your clothes and getting them fixed. I think it will just change your life.
Yeah, it's true.
It will change your life.
You have to and then it becomes custom, you know what I mean? Like it becomes like a custom piece,
which is fun.
So fun. I have a pair of jeans that I need to take right now. I need to get them taken in, and I also am so in the camp of I wouldn't mind, how capris are having a moment right now. Like I want a little pair for the summer because I have an outfit in mind, but I wouldn't mind if I had an occasion to wear my super skinny jeans one time this summer with a tiny baby tee.
I think you could wear them at any time. I think that is very much
I still have one pair that I saved when I was going because obviously too I don't find them pairs. I don't find them to be especially flattering on me.
You look good in them.
I do not. I look like a triangle because I have very strong thighs. And I have really thin, skinny calves.
I know.
And so then it gives me a tooth shape. I look like a snaggle tooth.
I just look like a hockey player.
But I have in my mind a Paris Hilton outfit where I put my skinny jeans back on. I put on a tight throwback ringer baby tee.
Yes.
I wear my ombre J-Lo
glasses.
Yes. And I wear just a really high stiletto pump in the club.
Yes, a high stiletto, just like C word ending with a Y.
Yeah.
Heel.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I want to do.
Yes.
I don't know where I'm going in this outfit, but I want it to be
We're going together.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're going either, but I'm going with you.
A 2000s, because I lived that era and I had that outfit and I really committed to it and I love it. And I really just I'm going to go back for a minute.
You should.
I've been on eBay looking at different vintage LOL.
Yeah.
Vintage,
but they're
ringer graphic tees.
I have too.
So many good ones.
There's so many good ones.
Like I think about maybe getting, how it was popular to have like a Ford, like the Ford emblem or whatever. I can get a Ford one.
Also,
make it happen.
I just bought a pair of on not eBay, Poshmark, because I just wanted to see how they fit, to see if I would actually wear like the early 2000s low rise look. I bought those vintage early 2000s Citizens of Humanity.
And they're so cute.
I love them. And I got them for like $12.
I want a pair. I want a pair. I want a little low rise pair. I do.
Yeah. And then I also got, and this was funny because I think I think whoever was selling it didn't know what size it was. So the size was listed wrong. But I just said, oh, that's a very interesting, very cute. It was a vintage Y2K 7 for All Mankind denim skirt with, and it's low rise with like this like really cool buckle on the waist and pleating on the back. And it is so good. And I got it for $10.
They said
$10. No. Yes. And that was $10 with shipping.
Was that on, where'd you get it? Depop or Poshmark?
I find Depop, it's all the girlies So they're really upcharging everything.
100%. I deleted Depop. I've sold a couple things back in the day on there, and then I deleted it. But I like to shop in Poshmark, and I like to shop and sell on Mercari.
Yes. I have that downloaded. I've never really done anything with it. And also ThreadUp, I haven't really done anything. But when I'm like shopping for clients, I've noticed ThreadUp has a lot of great deals. I just haven't used the platform, so I haven't. And with my clients, it's always been like when I've seen the things, it's been like a quick turnaround. So I don't have time to figure out if this is going to work. But yeah, I'd be loving Poshmark. And, and I just ordered off Poshmark for $15, more than I wanted to spend. Low rise, vintage Abercrombie and Fitch striped track pants.
Yes.
Oh my God. I cannot wait to wear them.
I told you next what we need after we both get all of our low rise britches is we need a
tramp stamp.
We need a thong with a butterfly holding it together in the back.
And it's crystal.
Sure.
It's Swarovski.
It's Swarovski. And then we need to wear that.
Or
Swarovski. And wear that and then purposefully pull a little whale tail out so you can see our butterfly out of our britches.
And we have to walk like this.
Yeah.
Like and we have to make a lot of noises like this because we're little girls in the early 2000s. You know how they had their little runs in movies and they'd be like, this is not happening to me. And
sounds like Reese Witherspoon on Legally Blonde.
Yes. And they're like, they taught me everything I know.
So that's
but I can't wait. We're doing that. Yeah. We're doing
that's
that.
My plan for the future, foreseeable future.
Yehi also texted me an idea, which, girl, we need a girls' night. You and I, we need.
Yeah, no, that's why I was asking what you're doing on.
Okay, read the day.
I don't know, but that's why I was asking.
Yes,
I just wanted to see what you're doing.
I'm saying yes.
Okay,
I'm saying yes to the dress.
Okay,
because I might wear a dress. Stop. No, but she had a good idea that we style each other for a night out. So we should definitely style each other for this early 2000s thing. Because I've got ideas. I sometimes, by the way, for my friends, and I don't always send them because I get nervous and I'm like, I don't want them to think that I know everything. One, that's sometimes. And then I also get nervous because I'm like, I don't want my friends to think that they don't have good taste because that's not it. Or the other thing, what if they hate this? What if I say, this would be perfect for you, and they're like, I hate that. Do you think I'm a troll?
I think I would like for you to do that for me if something comes across your desk where you're this.
Well,
you're
sometimes
like,
I do, but sometimes I get nervous. I second guess because
it's
one
me.
thing, Yehi looks really great in the color yellow, and I am always very impressed by that because I don't think a lot of light featured people look that great in yellow, and you just like glow in yellow. You look nice. And like, Kate Hudson looks good in yellow. How to Lose the Guys in 10 Days. That's why I thought of her. You know what I mean? Like some people do. And it's just very special, I think. And she does. And so sometimes I find things that are in yellow from the early 2000s and I'm like,
send it to me.
I'll send it to Zoom.
We went together to Zara because I had to find the last minute outfit
oh my gosh, butter yellow
for something. And I tried it on in the store without going to the dressing room. It's fine. And it was that little yellow
and it was
situation.
Cute. Yeah. That was cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely should do that. But I thought that was a fun idea.
Yeah, it is. Let's do it.
And also, by the way, sometimes when people do that, they're like, this will be funny. No.
I want to be like, I'm making you hot.
Good. Yeah. Yes. Like I'm excited because if anyone's going to style me, it's
make you look hot, hot, hot.
And I'm so excited to make you look hot, hot, hot. I'm going to make you look, that's hot.
You heard it here first.
Sana.
And with that, please rate, review, subscribe. Please send this episode to a friend. Please be patient with us as we figure out what is going on with Spotify. It's out of our control.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. We're upset.
Is our platform that we use to push out our podcast, and they're having issues. So sorry about that. Hopefully that'll get fixed soon. And please listen to us on Amazon. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts. You can listen to us in lots of other places.
And please subscribe. If you have a YouTube account, can you please go subscribe?
That'd be really, really swell. And we will see you next Thursday.
Janine, take us home, sis. Ah!